Hey guys, in this video, I want to talk about free stock photos. All right. So when it comes to the time where you start customizing your store, you're going to need some photos to add to your store, right? For example, if I sell iPhone cases, I'm going to have pictures of iPhone cases all over my homepage, right? So depending on what you're selling, you're either going to have to get these photos from an online website somewhere, or you're gonna have to take those photos yourself. And chances are, if you're not a photographer, I don't think you'll be taking the photos yourself. So you have to get it from some kind of website. And there's actually a lot of free stock photo websites out there where you can download photos that someone else, some other photographer took the photo, and you can download them and use them on your own website professionally without paying any attribution or without giving any credit. You can just use it, you can edit it, and you can use it on your own website. And here are a couple of free stock photo websites. And then I've listed them here. Not all of them are 100% free of attribution. What attribution means? Attribution is just another word for giving credit to a photographer. So some of these, although you can download them and use them for free, they still might require you to give attribution, meaning, hey, in small print or fine print somewhere, you might have to say photo taken from XYZ photographer. But for the most part, most of these you can just use without giving any attribution or giving any credit. So the first one is burst.shopify.com. This is actually Shopify's personal website where you can use those free photos, and we're going to check that out in a second. Here's a couple more: Pexels, Pixabay. You might have heard of them before. And just to give you even more of a complete list, I have attached a link in the resources of a list of a lot of different websites where you can download free stock photos. So please go through them, look through them, download some really exciting, really cool photos that you can add to your homepage, so that when you start customizing the aesthetics of your Shopify store, you can make it look really, really cool. So I just want to go through one real quick: burstshopify.com, just to kind of walk you through what I would be doing. So I'm already there. This is burst.shopify.com. I already opened the website. So let's say I'm selling iPhone cases, right? Just for the sake of this lesson, I'm going to search iPhones. I'm going to just search iPhone cases, iPhone case, right? And I'm going to click search. I'm trying to look for some really cool iPhone case photos that I can add to the homepage of my website. Well, actually, before I do that, I just want to read the title here for you. Free stock photos for websites and commercial use, meaning basically you can download these for free. You don't have to pay anything, and you can use them for your website, and you can use them for commercial use, meaning you can blow up the photo and make a big giant photo and put it at your store, your storefront if you had a physical store, in which we don't have, but I'm just letting you know. And most of these photos are going to be very, very high resolution. You're going to be able to download them at a very high resolution, just in case you wanted to develop these photos. But again, we're just creating an online store, so we don't really care about that. And now I'm going to go back to, again, iPhone cases, and click this search. And I'm going to look through this. Some of these are really cool photos, right? I'm going to find something I really like. Let's say I like this one. I think this would make a really cool banner for my homepage, meaning have this photo really, really big at the very top of my homepage. And then I can download it. I would recommend that you download it in high resolution so that when you transfer it to your website, it looks really, really good, right? And even it gives you a little bit description of what it is in the title: iPhone 6 and 7 cases for the phone. So this is perfect. So if I'm selling iPhone cases, this is a perfect photo for me to use. Photo by this photographer right here. And then license Creative Commons. Whenever you see the word Creative Commons, that's basically the legal usage around that photo. So you might want to click it just to read. So I'm just going to read this one time. I know already that the burstshopify.com allows you to use it for anything, but I just want to read it because when you go to other websites, it's going to be important that you read the Creative Commons to see if there's any attribution that you need to give. Because if not, in a worst case scenario, and you use someone's photo without them giving you permission and without you giving them attribution, and they find out, they could sue you, and then you would get in trouble. You wouldn't get lots of trouble, but they could technically sue you and make money off of you, which is not something you would want, obviously. So let's read this. This is the photo license, or the Creative Commons. This photo, Creative Commons photo, is made available for use under the Creative Commons 0 license. To download, copy, modify, distribute, perform, display, and use in accordance with the Creative Commons license and the Burst Terms of Service. You are free to adapt and use this Creative Commons photo for free and commercial non-commercial purposes. You do not need to provide attribution, and you do not need to give credit to the photographer, Shopify, or Burst.com. Although Shopify and Burst encourage you to attribute to the photographer whenever possible, you do not need to do it. You agree not to download, copy, modify, distribute, perform, display, and or use the Creative Commons photos unless you comply with the Creative Commons license, which we are doing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm simply gonna click this button here and then download the photo to my computer, choose a couple really cool photos. And then when it comes to customizing my website, I'm gonna use those photos to make my website look really, really cool. And that's pretty much it. Again, click the link in the resources and I'll give you a big list of all these types of websites where you can download free stock photos. All right, guys.